Okay, so finally we have started this. Let's use joining me. Let's see. Hi, Kuldhumi. Hello. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Rachna. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Vikas. Hi. So nice to see you all. I'm just gonna wait. Hi, Simone. I'm just gonna wait for some time before I begin. Let people join. Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm just gonna wait before we start. So finally, I'm doing this live. To one thing you fear every day for 1 week challenge. And today's topic is going to be practically perfect in every way. Yes, hi, Omsther. How are you? Thank you for joining. So basically, I'm gonna just start. The aim is to pick one thing that you fear every day and start doing it anyways for the next 7 days. And that's the challenge. And then find out for ourselves if Ahana, thank you for joining. And then find out for ourselves if the fear still lingers. So for me, I'm just gonna wait for a moment if people still want to join. Yes. So anyways, I'm going to start. So the aim of this whole thing, entire thing is to do one thing that we fear every day for 1 week challenge. You pick one thing that you fear and join me on this challenge where we each do something that that helps us overcome our fears, you know. So for me, it's been public speaking, as everybody knows, and speaking even on social media. And so if I'm to do what I want to do, which is to post these videos and reels and now go live, I knew I had to do this anyhow. So here I am. If I'm to overcome my fears and inhibitions of creating these videos, I've decided to do this and challenge myself to go live. So before I begin, I would like for you to share in the comments if you have any fears that you would like to overcome, and why not join me on this 7-day. Hi Neha, thank you for joining. Why not join me on this 1 week challenge of do one thing you fear every day. If you have something to say, please add in your comments what's one fear you would like to overcome. Hi Amishi, thank you for joining. So guys, tell me what is this one thing that you fear and that you would like to to overcome that one fear. Anyone would like to share? Okay. All right. Anyways, then I'm just going to continue with the topic that I've prepared, and that's practically perfect in every way. I'm sure that everybody, we all know, we have all gone through 2020, and the one thing that it has taught us is that it just makes it a little easier if we are knowing that we are in this together. So even though our fears may be different, our goal of overcoming and transforming it is common. So let's do this for the next 7 days, and I would appreciate all your support, guys. So once again, welcome. And out of the many things that you could have been doing right now, you are here with me. I truly appreciate. So of course, I would like to make it worthwhile for all of us. And so every day I'm going to pick up a topic. And of course, for me, it's Disney wisdom. For that's how it started, this journey of walk with me and you. And this whole path of self-transformation that we are here today. So the topic has been practically perfect in every way. We each have our definitions of what perfect means to us, and we more or less try to live by it. You know, thank you, Amishi. So we try to achieve that in our lives, and that's a perfectionist. But that's how we define perfect, what perfect means. But today's topic was more about perfectionism, and how as a perfectionist, they have a tendency to demand mainly of them their own selves extremely high and even flawless levels of performance, often in excess to what is required in a situation. So the reason I choose to talk about this topic is because I realized I've been a perfectionist all my life, and I didn't even realize it until I came across this phrase of practically perfect. Yes, thanks Neha, thanks, no problem. So I choose to talk about this practically perfect. The reason of uh, being this, I didn't even know that I was a perfectionist all my life. I didn't realize it, and often I set myself too high a standard for myself, often unrealistic, and expecting myself to achieving it, and often at times falling short of it and not achieving it, so we each have this definition of. Hi Pauline, thank you for joining. So today's session today, first time this is my life, and the challenge is to do one thing you fear every day for 1 week challenge, and my fear is going live, and which is exactly what I'm doing. If you have any fears, why don't you join me on this challenge yourself? So coming back to the topic of practically perfect, our definition of what perfect means is that we live by it, and that results in us being happy and content with our life, but what if you're a perfectionist? Now that's another ball game, so I'm going to talk about what the pros and cons of being a perfectionist is, and I speak with experience because I have been one. So would you describe yourself as a perfectionist? That's a question I would love for you to answer in the comments, yes or no. And I will just jump right to the pros of it, because there's definitely something to strive for. But whose definition? Yes, exactly. We each have our own definition of what perfectionism means, and that's when it can have a pro effect or a con effect. And somewhere along the line in my life, it turned from a pro to a con, and that's why I've decided this topic today as I go live. So that we don't fall into the traps of the cons of being a perfectionist, So the pros of it, which I would want each of us to have and build up in our life, is that we go that extra mile. When we set ourselves a goal, we go that extra mile to achieve it. And if you would like me to give you an example each way, then let me just give me a thumbs up if you would like me to give you that example. So we go that extra mile in life because we are a perfectionist. We are not lazy. We often forego our own pleasure to fulfill our goals, we pay attention to all the tiny details. We don't settle for less, we are strict with ourselves, and our goals come first. So and that's why we have increased levels of perseverance and persistence when it comes to achieving those high standard goals that we've set for ourselves. And we often, as being a perfectionist, if you call yourself to be one, we strive for to become the best version of ourselves. That is an ultimate goal that we set for ourselves, and that is defined by our own version of it. We each set for ourselves what the best version means to us. So that in itself is a pro of what I would call a perfectionist, and I am glad I was one, and I still am one. But then that is where it can lead to. Hi Dia, thank you for joining. That is where it leads to. It can lead to the pitfall of the cons of being a perfectionist. And that is that you become self-critical. because you're just never happy. You are always falling. The standards are so high that even if you reach midway, you're just still not happy, because you are always looking at what you've missed. And that is why you're very self-critical when you are a perfectionist, because you're unhappy. You're never happy with what you've achieved. And that did lead to the cons of it. Now I'm talking, and that is something we should all, hi Krishna, thank you for joining. We should all try to avoid and falling into the pitfalls of being a perfectionist. And we are so often focused on the tiny details that we don't even realize that we are losing the bigger picture, and there is a fine line between that higher standard you've set for yourself. It becomes so obsessive that you lose track of the original goal. And I admit to being that obsessive when it came to achieving those goals that I had set for myself, and because they are so unrealistic, you beat yourself down big time, and that's when the self-doubt cycle begins. And these are the cons of being a perfectionist. And having experienced both spectrums of being a perfectionist, I finally was so happy that I came across this phrase from the Disney movie Mary Poppins: practically perfect in every way. And that's when I realized that this was time to get out of this perfectionist trap that I had put myself into, and be happy being practically perfect in everything that we do, in everything that I do. Be it right now that I am live for the first time ever after having gathered enough courage after 2 years. I have finally decided to do this live, and I am happy to be practically perfect. So that's something that I had to share with you guys on the perfectionist. If you are one in your life, in whatever area you are, I would love for you to share something on that. Please feel free to share in the comments. And the only thing I would part ways with is, like, let's strive to excel in all that what we do, instead of being so-called perfectionist, and be happy with being practically perfect. I hope something you could relate to today in your life, in yourself, when it comes to being perfectionist or not perfectionist, and being practically perfect. And that is day one of this challenge for me. Do one thing you fear. I would love for you to join me on this 1 week challenge. Whatever fears that you have, just do it, act upon it, and share your experience with me tomorrow when I am live again with another topic. Same place, same time. I'm gonna remind you on my Insta story. I thank you all for joining me today. Truly appreciate. And yes, I'm gonna go now. Thank you. Anything I would love for you to add, anything you would like to share in the comments, guys? Thank you, Simone. I appreciate. Thank you, Rachna. I hope to see you with your fears to join me and support me and encourage me to go live. Thank you. I'm gonna go bye. Thank you. See you. I like it to make superb falafel, but because I thought I could not bake the finally. See, that's it. That's what I wanted to know. Nice. Thank you for sharing this, Amishi. Hi, thank you for joining. Jin, I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you very much for joining. It has been a pleasure doing my first live with you guys and all your support. I will be back tomorrow, and I will post this live on my post, so all those who missed it can see it. Bye. Ciao.